Welcome back here for some more Exodus Wrestling Redux action, which I'm pretty sure this is our go-home show for the Grand Prix. I hope that it's not the other event that's supposed to be tonight, but it could be, because I know it is a Thursday and a Friday, so it very well could be right after this. So we got, in our opener, we had a bout that had subpar wrestling, non-existent crowd heat, so basically the crowd just didn't care. We got the Darkness Brigade, Dark Rider, and Yoshim Mushashibo, former tag team champions. Oh, they're not tag team. Glory Tag Crown champions. So Dark Rider was obviously the best. Wow, he had a pretty good performance. Good for him. Crimson Ghost debuts after being in developmental, and he was not used for a single match. So I figure if he's gonna get used, I'm gonna have to swap him. And so here he is. So in our second segment of the night, we have the tag team partners for the Dynamic Duo Grand Prix. They have a little argument. Basically, Akamoto baits Jimbo. They start arguing. Akamoto challenges Jimbo to meet him in the ring for a match. That's going to be our main event for tonight. And about that had good wrestling and didn't have much heat. We had Masao Tsubachi defeated Bulldozer Brandon Smith 13-35 with a brainbuster suplex. We had Kazunori run in and attack Bulldozer during the match. So Masao basically gets the win over the much bigger man, even though he's on basically the bigger based brand. I put a couple of lighter guys because I just want to have a mixture. You know, I don't really have any heavy guys on HVAS, but on this one I do. On PGHW, I'm going to have some lighter guys. I got an 81. That was really good. So Musashi, Ian, and Kaz come out. Kaz is making his debut, if I'm not mistaken. Here, he is making his debut in Exodus, or re-debut, and they are announcing that they are forming an alliance. I guess there's actually an angle for that, but I just was too lazy to look for it. So they're going to be called the Rebel Alliance, which is also the tag team name of Ian and Kaz from Saisho, I believe. And about that had decent wrestling and little heat. Evil Intent defeated Lethal Injection when Hellspawn 666 defeated Edo Phoenix 4 with the Pit of Hell. I like that move. So Edo Phoenix debuts. He was actually given a tryout match, and he tagged with Motoyuki, and he's one of few teams that I've found that has chemistry, and excellent chemistry at that. So he didn't want to go to Dev, so he got pulled up to the main roster after a tryout match, after returning to Japan, and as you can see, he's already putting on stellar performances in literally like his second match. So like they outperformed the champs, but the champs are basically their champs. But so they're also in the Dynamic Duo Grand Prix. I think there's 3 tag team matches, and 4 of them, 4 tag team based matches, I guess you could say. Decent match. Raymond Diaz defeats Hirobumi Takamoto. He basically carried the match, but that's okay. Hirobumi can't go more than 12 minutes. That might be a problem. I mean, the only way to fix it though is to book him, or put him in a tag team. I'll probably put him in a tag team with somebody if I can find it. Raymond Diaz makes defense number 4, a 77 rated match, not bad. And about that decent wrestling, but not much heat, the Rebel Alliance debuts defeating Shameless Miscreants, Kazunori Yamura, Shirai Yanagawa, and Pretty Akakura. 15-34 when Ian defeats Shirai with the STF. I need to change that. I hate that move. I like Ian too much. So Shirai was the weak link, which is surprising because he has spent quite a bit of time in developmental, but really he's only the weak link by like 10 points under Kaz, because Kaz isn't exactly great. So as I said, there's going to be some lighter guys, Shameless Miscreants being some of them, Kaz being one of them, Musashi being one of them. They all fit the brand. You know, I'm not doing a different style brand, but I just, I want to have a certain type of talent there, because they can still put on crazy matches. So I believe this might be Kazushige, his first or second singles match since he's come into the company. He's only been here for a month or so. So he defeats Yoshinaka Taku 1356 with a Fist of Fury. I meant to change his thing. So in our main event of the evening, not really a great matchup, but that's okay. It said at the announcing desk, Yutamaru Nakatoni was pretty weak. Well, of course he's going to be weak. He's learning. But superb wrestling, decent reaction from the crowd. But I mean, if he's going to kill my ratings, I'm going to have to put somebody else in there, whether I like him or not. But the real thing with him is he's 30 years old, and I want a young commentary team. You know, I don't want to rely on these 50-year-old dudes for the rest of Exodus's career. So that's pretty much that show. It's not a great way to end the show. Yeah, it still increased our popularity, but that's borderline one of the worst shows I've put on in a couple of months. Just go ahead and screenshot that there. Boom, boom, boom. The good thing is I don't have to give a post-show speech. Okay, so, and then what will we have here? Okay, so it's not that one. It's Dynasty of Fortitude. I'll just go ahead and I'll book a show, because I can book them pretty quick. Put it on Hayabusa, the huge pay-per-view thing that we're on. The thing about being on them is that we have a minimum of, I believe, it is a minimum of 83. I don't know why, but it does not catch them. Yep. Alright. There's match screen. It's quite good. So there's the match screen, and then I'm going to have to add another one as I select the match. But now you can at least see what I'm doing. So I'm going to do a tag team match. Weird, it shows that, but it doesn't show the other. Is that right? Or is it just showing what I'm doing? I think it's just showing what I'm doing. So I'll go ahead and set a hotkey for that. Sorry, I know most people are a little more professional with it and they have it ready, but I don't really care. So I'll go to EWR. Where the crap is it? There we go. So I'll do F6. Will be the hotkey. See, but it doesn't show that one, does it? Why does it do that? That is so strange. Excuse me, I'm still doing hotkeys and stuff. But this will give you a kind of a behind-the-scenes view on what goes on here in Exodus. I know nobody watches these, but you know, for the shot. Where is it? Making match. So F7 is taken. F5 is taken. Something I'm not gonna hit. I have to use something I'm not gonna hit, so I'll do that. Try to remember. Alrighty. So for this one, we'll do, because this is a pay-per-view. I didn't do brand exclusive on pay-per-views yet. I'm going to, but we'll do Kitaguchi, and they will defend. I'll go ahead and set a filter. It's so weird how it just kind of shows some of it, not all of it. Anyways, I'll set a filter for the brand, HFS. We'll put Jimmy Stratosphere in there, as well as, I probably could have put him in the tournament, because he's actually made a lot of strides and he's getting a lot better. But, you know, it happens. I still haven't changed his picture. So I'll team him up with Washishi. Wait, no, Washishi has already... Never mind. Never mind, everybody. Never mind. Okay. I'll team him up with All-Star. That should be a decent enough match. Set my, set Dark Eagle as the agent. Well, no, not Dark Eagle. Let's do Optimus. I don't feel like paying Dark Eagle. So that's the Exodus Tag Champs. 0. Boom. There's one. How about Ed Stone? He's making some pretty big waves lately. Put him up against Power Sato. Wait, no, they're in the same. Never mind. Excuse me. I'll put him up against Takayuki. Because Takayuki needs a good little match before the tournament. So I'll put Takayuki over. Set him for 20. That's the best match. Make sure. He's got appearances. Yeah, he's still got 5 appearances. Okay. Let's book a. No, I don't want that. I would like to book this. We'll book a triple threat. And we'll make this one kind of strong style guys. So we'll have Bunro Katari. We'll have Kazushi, Matsuki, and Power Sato. That's a pretty good little trio. Book them for 15. Make it a wild brawl. I'm not even gonna. I mean, I will settle it. So boom, there we go. Oh shit. The head ref of PGHW. Alright, and then we'll do American Machine versus Gatekeepers. Formerly a big rivalry we had a couple weeks ago. Dang it. I saw you, Dark Eagle. You're trying to weasel your way in there. I'm not paying you tonight. Alright, so we got that. And CG needs... Oh, CG's in good. Okay, so now he's got momentum. Oh, hey, Vince is back. I didn't realize that he was back. He was hurt with a... might still be hurt, actually. Okay, now he blew his eardrum last month. Trying to steal the show. I'll go ahead and I think I already booked this match, didn't I? No, I booked him and... I booked Vince and Hijiri. Yoshimi is one of those weird people where I didn't put him on the PGHW brand itself because he's a middleweight. You know, I wanted some of the middleweights over on the junior heavyweight roster. He's just a guy that's going to basically just set fire to everything that he can. So what we'll do here, I mean, Yoshimi's like 90-something over, so I'll just go ahead and set it open. I really don't think that Vince is going to win, but that's okay. I could just make him win, but I really don't want to risk... I don't want to risk Yoshimi losing. If you saw, I actually took the PGHW belt, called it the Exodus Glory Crown, and I'm going to keep it on him for a little bit. Alright, so now we need... That'll be our main event. I know I'm booking kind of sporadically today than I usually do. Where... What did I call them? There we go. Lethal Injection. What are they? Lower mid-carder? Are they both? They're both openers. Okay. So I'll find a couple of lower mid-carders. How about Hirobumi and Hirokazu? Two guys who I really don't have anything to do with at the moment. Guess what, guys? You're getting your first big win. Pay-per-view. I don't care if you're upset, Hirokazu. You suck and you're old. And you better get over it. Alright, Crimson Ghost. He's still an enhancement talent. Looks like he gained, what? How much did he gain from that? Yeah, he gained about 12 points just from the show last night. I haven't updated the patch in a while. Mainly because they said, oh, we're going to lower how much they gained from it. I was like, that makes zero freaking sense. I have no idea why you would do that. I even said that in there, and somebody tried to be like, oh, well, it makes sense, boo. No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. You're telling me that somebody can't get over in a couple of TV appearances. You're crazy. You know, at least mildly over. A couple of TV appearances and you're a full-blown indie star if you do them right. You know, that's not to say a jobber, but like if you send somebody on loan and they end up on TV, I'm sorry, that just doesn't make any sense to me. You're trying to make the game harder for literally no reason. So we'll do Hio del Mephisto. I'll go ahead and set this open, but we all know Hio's going to win. I have not been paying attention to the road agents, but that's okay. So I got 26 minutes. I've also turned on booking times. I don't know if you've noticed that. I was booking these crazy events with like 13 matches and stuff, and it just takes too long, you know. So I figured to limit myself, really not even to limit myself, more to challenge myself. So we'll do a co-main event. What should the co-main event be? It's a pay-per-view show. We'll put Massa in there. And we'll put him against his tag team partner for the Dynamic Duo Grand Prix. And we'll book him for 18. Put it open. And Massa's probably definitely going to win for that one. So we'll go ahead and we'll set the little... Okay, it does show you guys that. See, so I have that one set, right? Just not the other one. So we'll do Massa and Psycho. I don't think I've updated his picture, and you know anything about it. Put that 4 minutes. Put it a little early. I'll go ahead and I'll drop this one because they don't need 14 minutes. We need like 10 minutes. We'll do 10 minutes. And you can still be mad you're Kazu. I do not care. So, and then we'll have a hype for Vince Von Trapp versus Yoshim. Do a little 6-minute package with highlights from both guys because we own the entire PGHW library. So this is going to be in Chugoku, and this is pretty much going to be our show for the night. So I'll go ahead and play through that. That's just kind of how I book. You know, I book because at matches that I like to book. Like that's kind of why I don't follow as many storylines as maybe most people do, especially when they have people following their games. I mean, I do, but they kind of build themselves. So hey, 25,000 in a generic arena in Chugoku. That's about right. So Hio del Mephisto, Satanic Elbow gets 12.52. I like it. I'm happy with that. I will take it. So Crimson Ghost got 36. Alright, so not really a whole lot to report there, but that's pretty decent opener. It's not bad. So here we go, the championship connection. As you saw, if you've been paying attention to my posts on the Facebook page, they're walking backstage, and he turns a corner, bumps into his tag team partner. You know, hey, we're partners, but pretty much the same thing that I did earlier. I'm just trying to book some of those teams as they're not full-on teams. They're teams that I have put together. They're not supposed to work well. They're not unholy alliances. They're uneasy alliances is the term that I'm looking for. So we got that going on. 86, it's pretty good. Conrad puts on really good angles. We also had decent wrestling, but little heat. Lethal Injection gets their first win on a pay-per-view, no less. And they're killing it. I mean, 68 and 69, they're openers. You know, they are a perfect fit for Exodus. That's just bottom line. So they get the win, 66. It's good because Motoyuki's been with us for a while. So it's really something to do with both of them. I love it when it just drops in your lap with something to do. So Kazushige gets the win with a great wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. He gets the win in the Wild. I think it was Wild Bro, right? Didn't I book it to be Wild Bro? Yes, it did. So got a 77. He outperformed everybody by about 14 points. Power Sato. I hope you guys like that. If you know anything about Japanese wrestling, you should know where that kind of thing comes from. And about that had decent reaction from the crowd and good wrestling. Okay. Not as good as some of their past matchups, but I think that's more because I limited the time. I think if I'd have set it to 16 or 18 minutes that they would have done a lot better, but that's okay. So they got an 80 rating. American Elemental, of course, looked absolutely insane, as he has. That's kind of the problem with teaming him with Insane Machine, who's like 41. American Elemental came over, by the way. I stole him while he was the WLW World Champion. And he was one of few that I had to fight for. Now I can steal just about anybody from WLW without much trouble, for the simple fact that I am now national, so people would prefer to sign with me. I have a couple of big signings trying to, I think there's only one real big signing that I'm trying to get, but a 41-year-old Jungle Jack is going to try and make his return to Japan. And of course, he's still got 93 star quality. You know, he's going to come over here. He doesn't have to cut promos. He's still improving at 41. He's hitting his prime. So I'm going to give him that shot. You know, sometimes every once in a while I give him a world title run in SWF, but he just isn't a big fit there. And I never understand why he went there. If anything, he should be in TCW. So an 80, not bad. Our makeshift tag team of the night, we got Jimmy Stratosphere and All-Star Hayotaro challenging for the titles, but great wrestling, decent reaction from the crowd. Kitaguchi makes defense number 4. Hayotaro was the weak link after he got pulled up from developmental after bitching for weeks and weeks and weeks. He finally got pulled up, and he's nothing great. I mean, that's not shocking. So a 199 from Buso and Chojiro. That's crazy. They are absolutely on fire. So here we go, and about to have decent reaction from the crowd. Great wrestling as well. We had Takayuki defeating Ed Stone, 1953. So I'm very excited. I'm pretty sure Ed Stone has that Destiny role that he had in NLPW in my other game, where when I got him built up fully, he was rocking 95 plus matches almost every night. If anybody's curious about that, I still have that save, and I probably should update it. It's just going to be one of those things where jumping back, that's such an easy game. I have my commentary team so built up and everything, you know. I played that game for a long time. I could jump right back into it, I'm sure. Just show that off a little bit. So great wrestling, decent reaction from the crowd. Takayuki wins with Persian Deathlock, 86. So an 81, wow, so he outperformed Takayuki. I always think that's interesting when they get a better rating than the actual performances in the match. I think that's funny. So an 86, not bad. Our co-main event doesn't quite outdo it, but it had superb wrestling and good heat. So really it had more heat, but the problem was that there's not psychology. As you can see here, Massa gets an 89, Psycho Killer gets an 86. So not bad. 84 rated matchup for the Uneasy Alliance, the championship connection. Video plays, hyping our main event, Vince Von Trapp versus Yoshim Mushashibo. Oh, and it's a classic. A 95 rated matchup, an exceptional match. So really, it had good heat too, which is cool, considering Yoshimi has not wrestled. I think he was off about a month. Both guys were off about a month. This is, I believe, the return match for both. As I said, Vince got a blown eardrum, and so I put him on vacation for a couple weeks. He could have worked through it, but I'd never work him through injuries. And then Yoshimi, I think he was just fatigued. And he was fatigued for like 2 weeks after one match, so he'll be fatigued after this. But it was also for the Exodus Glory Crown, the newly christened Exodus Glory Crown. So 95, that's really good. I will definitely take that. So 91 rated matchup, bounces back from that little kind of lackluster TV show. I'll take it. Increased our popularity, keeps us above that 83 minimum that we have to get. You know, that's what I like about booking times and stuff. It makes me book a good main event. You know, because I can book 8 good matches, but I want my main event to be my best match every single night. I am a stickler about that, very much so. So I'll give Yoshimi, Vince, praise. And I'll print American Elemental because he got a 97. He basically carried his match. So AML was very happy with the speech. So I hope you guys like this. This is a little bit of a behind the scenes / maybe event result video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you'd like to see. Obviously, we got the Dynamic Duo Grand Prix, and I put that work in to make those what do you call them? Those graphics. Took me till like 4 in the morning, so that's cool. But I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll definitely have the Grand Prix up probably by the end of the night.